Alright, so there is a cool little trick that we can do to convert uh, decimal numbers into hexadecimal numbers more easily. And so let's say decimal to hex. So let's take a number like 1777 in decimal. I want to convert that to hex, right? What you want to do is convert it first to binary. And so binary is pretty simple. We do 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 500, 12, 1024. Okay, so kind of ran out of room there. But yeah, then you want to take this and take the decimal number and see if this could fit into it. Yes, we can. So I'm going to put a 1 here, and then I'll do the math, and I'll do 1777 minus 1024 is 357. And then I want to think, does 512 fit into there? Yes, it does. So I'm going to put 1 here, minus 512. So that's 1, 4, 2. And then does 256 fit into this number? No, it doesn't. So that's a 0. 128 does. So I'm going to subtract 128 from that number, and that gives me 3, 1, 1. And then 64 fits into that number, so I'm going to put a 1 there, and a minus 64. So it gives me 9. That turns into a 10. It's 49. Does 32 fit into that number? Yes, it does. So I'm going to do 49 minus 32. That's 7, 1. Does 16 fit into that number? Yes, it does. So I'll put a 1. We minus 16. We get a 1. Does 8 fit into 1? No, it does not. No, no, no. And we get a 1 at the end. So we get this binary number, right? And so now that we got the binary number, we can split it up into binary numbers that have 4 digits. So here's 1, here's another, and if we add a 0 onto the end, here is our third digit, right? So now what you can do is you can take this binary number, convert it to decimal, and then convert it to hex. Okay? So then, oh, I'm sorry, no, take this number, yeah, convert it to decimal, convert it to hex, that's right. So then here we got 1, and 1 in decimal is 1 in hex. Right, and then this here, oh, what is this number? Oh, I'm sorry. So every digit you want to recalculate the every one of these 3 groups. You want to label the columns. So we're going to do 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay. So then this number here is what? It's like 12, 14, 15, 16. And is that right? 10? No, it's 15, right? And so 15 in hexadecimal is an F. And then over here, we're going to relabel 1, 2, 4, 8. And then this binary number is 6, and 6 in hexadecimal is 6. So this binary number, oh, I'm sorry, this decimal number and this binary number has a hexadecimal representation of 6F1. Okay, so not easy, still time consuming, but easier than the method that we went over in the last video. And just one thing to keep in mind, we do a lot of like hexadecimal multiplication or something like that. Like there might be a question on the exam like 109AF in hexadecimal, multiply hex, multiply by 9E A2 in hex, right? And so you could go over the method in the book of how to multiply hexadecimal numbers, or how to multiply binary numbers, or how to multiply octal numbers, but the graders of the exam don't care about how you do it, just that you do it, right? So the most efficient way to do this is to convert these guys both to decimal, right? Do the math, and then convert back to hex. Okay. So that's what I suggest that you do. And just to like clear the air here. In every test that they've released that I've gone over, and also last year's test, there's only been 1 or 2 questions in the entire exam on hexadecimal, right? So usually 1. So you should know how to do it, keep it in the back of your mind, review it before the test, but this is not something that is going to appear over and over and over again. So you shouldn't spend too much time on it.